Hey, I'm back. I'm finally lowering this freaking car. I don't want to hear it anymore. Point of the matter is, today is a very special day because Fortunato has hooked us up with Fortunato 510s. We're gonna drop this thing because it looks like a truck and I'm tired of it. Hey, here are Fortunato 510s. They are incredibly beautiful coilovers. Nice color contrast too, if you ask me. They are built in Powhatan, Virginia, which is where I used to live. They are good guys. Fortunato makes great stuff. They take their time building their coilovers. And if you're interested, I actually did a full video tour to show how the manufacturing process works. I'll put it in the card thing up here. Point of the matter is, these are for the front, and then let me show you how the rear works. I will say Fortune did this really neat thing to where usually these are fixed.
Yeah.
You just put it in there and that's your ride height. You just have to deal with it. This is adjustable. So if we really wanted to be a clout boy, we could.
There's a lot of adjustment here too.
Yeah, there's a ton. Charlie always wanted to work in a NASCAR pit crew, right?
Always, bro.
Who would be the driver you worked for?
Joey
There's a
Logano.
few of them.
Joey Logano.
No.
Tony Stewart? Is it because you like Home Depot more than Lowe's?
He's a Home Depot kind of guy.
This is gas filled, so be careful.
It's just such a very, I don't want to say basic design, but everything's just so robust. I mean, look at the bolt. The bolt for the coilover is like twice as large as a 240 one.
Yeah.
The end link looks like it came off a truck. Like, these things are really solid. I mean, there's probably interchangeable parts on this and an F-150, you know?
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, the Mustang stuff was the first stuff I ever worked on,
yeah.
and it was super simple. I mean, it's always been very simple.
Yeah.
But I've actually never done coilovers on a Mustang, so I'm excited. I've only done lowering springs, which was way worse.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a lot worse because you have to, you know,
And then the bearings
break
fall
down
everywhere.
the strut. Yeah, then the top hat. Yeah. So now what we're doing is unbolting and rebolting. Sway bar is huge too.
They did a good job with the front. This thing handles really good,
solid,
but it does have that floatiness I'm trying to get rid of, right? PS4S tires did most of the work to get rid of the sloppiness of the cornering, but now it's gonna be like next level.
Like,
You can literally bend it with your hands, like that's crazy.
very, very soft springs.
Yeah, it's for the middle-aged New Balance man. I've always wanted to have somebody work on my car that looked like Speed Racer.
You gotta have eye protection, you know? 21 in the front as the bolt, and then the nut is a 24.
Look at this. Ridiculous. At least they did a good job picking good hardware though. I mean, it's a big beefy thing.
So basically, you know, you have your ABS wire here. You get a clip popper tool. And you pop that one out, and then you got one here on the side of the shock. I apologize, my light is
Freaking out.
freaking out.
Charlie, why do you need an air hammer to do this install?
When it's sitting in the knuckle, it's rivets right here. So it's kind of like locks in. So they give you, I think that's why they give you a little bit extra metal so you can beat on it and not mess up the bolt. And then you press it out. Make sure you're wearing safety goggles because it comes out very, very fast.
Nervely, yeah. We used an air hammer.
Yes, the hammer came
hammer and
out
a spike
10
and-
seconds.
But it's basically essentially like a wheel stud. It has the knurls on it to press into the hub. We had a lot of time in the watch link too. We had to pull the back seat out, and then there's a giant nut. Yeah.
All right, now let's just do like a full TH400 swap. Sick.
They definitely made these cars very, very strong.
They're buttoned up. I mean, Smurf, I mean, the S187 chassis, you can definitely tell it's the last year of that side of Ford, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was almost there, just wasn't quite there. The motor and everything was stout, except the trans, but
Yeah.
mine's still going somehow. Why can't I power shift my MT82? Oh,
Because it's
shredding
class.
to pieces. Yeah, coilovers with somebody else is like the best thing in the world. I've done it by myself once and I hated it. I've also changed the end links with the Fortunatos, which is really nice. We're almost there. Yep, it's almost off. I'm gonna go by hand now. Okay, good. Bam. Look at that beautiful piece of hardware. Here is a comparison between the factory and Fortunato.
Charlie was like, these are so big. Now look at them.
You can tell that these were made for the masses. People didn't care that much. They just wanted to float around and cruise around town. But we got big boy suspension. This is going to completely transform the car. I'm so excited. Also, side note, when you buy stuff from Fortunato, they even send you a birth certificate and the guy who built your coilovers. And they show all the R&D that they did. So they tell you how to adjust and set the preload. Here is the force versus absolute velocity. All this data, super cool stuff. While I was over there teaching you about the birth certificate, Charlie's already got this halfway done.
Is it the same? It's the same size as factory.
Hey.
Normally they're different. You know, like 240s will change real quick.
240s will change everything.
Change your whole life, your whole bank account, everything.
Yeah. You mean that? Oh man, wow.
Ready?
Yeah. Go, go, oh. Almost.
Oh, this thing's gonna turn.
And yeah, it's there. Got it.
Perfect. Basically, we have the new ones, the new sway bar end links that Fortunato provided for us in the kit, which are significantly shorter because when we put them side by side, y'all saw it earlier that the total length from mounting bolt to mounting hole is significantly shorter. So you have to shorten the sway bar end link in order to not have preload on your sway bar.
Okay, coilover fully installed. They look freaking awesome. Kind of sad that with suspension that looks so beautiful, you rarely get to see it, but goodbye, old friend.
Is that what you think? Yeah. So the rear looks pretty easy. I think we're gonna start with the bottom two shock bolts down here on the bottom. You can see right here. We're gonna start with those, and then we're gonna see how far we can get the arm to come down and see if we can get the spring out. If not, then we'll probably have to start pulling some bolts out of the bottom bucket, and then we'll knock off these two front bolts up here and get this thing on its way. Are you off?
Yep.
As cool as it is that the front is slammed basically like it's on bags, we're gonna raise this just a hair, but the rear looks absolutely perfect, so we're just gonna leave it that way. So let's keep going. All right, you guys, we finally got SUBZERO dropped the way it should be. Not like a 4x4 truck. The wheel gap on this car was absolutely atrocious, and thank goodness we finally got it to the proper ride height. For right now, I think it's the perfect ride height between being functional and also really good looking. That's the beauty of coilovers. If you need to raise it, you can raise it. If you need to slam it, you can slam it. On that note, huge thanks to Fortunato once again for helping us with these coilovers. Make sure to check them out on their website. I'll make sure to link them down in the description below. Side note, I just released brand new Smiles Per Gallon stickers, so if you'd like one, I'll have that in the description below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Later.